Good morning, children. Welcome to history session of K-Tech High School and Junior College. Children, today in our history session we will be doing chapter number 3, India's Internal Challenges, Part 1. In this chapter, we are going to learn about some internal challenges that India faces. We shall see some internal challenges like separatist movement, issues of Northeast India, Naxalism, communalism, and regionalism. Now let us understand what is separatist movement, issues of Northeast India, Naxalism, communalism, and regionalism. Separatist movement. Now, children, some states demanded separate states, like Punjab, if we can say, in which there is a region called Kalistan, where Sikhs demanded that Kalistan should be a separated country. We do not want to merge with India. This is called separatist movement. Likewise, there were many other states who wanted their separate states. They did not want it to merge with India after independence. Second, we are going to learn about issues of Northeast India. Now, Northeast India includes 8 states like Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. This region were occupied by the tribal people. The demand was also to have separate states. They did not want it to work according to the rules of Indian government. Now, Naxalism. Naxalism movement, it was started in West Bengal, Naxalbari region of Darjeeling district. This movement was for farmers' support and workers' support, where landlords exploited farmers by taxing them high amount as in form of a tax. Now the next topic is communalism. Communalism is a serious threat to the unity of our country. If we feel proud of our religion, stating that it is only our religion that is superior while others are inferior, this leads to religious communalism. In our country like India, where people live together happily, belonging to different religion, this creates a tension among the people, and that is called communalism. The other issue that India faced was regionalism, means having excessive pride about one's own region. Say, for example, people living in Maharashtra feel proud that their region is superior than another region or another states is called regionalism. Now, children, let us start with the first issue, the unrest in Punjab. As we read that Kalistan region of Sikh people wanted their separate state. Because of this, there was an unrest. So the Akali Dal, which was a major political party in Punjab, formed in 1973, they passed a Anandpur Sahib resolution. Anandpur, children, is the name of a place. In this resolution, there were many demands. Now, during that time, children, our Indian government was not capable to suppress their demands. But Now, if we go to see if there are such illegal demands or movements at present, our government is much capable and strong to suppress such demands. Now let us see what were the demands. The first demand was Chandigarh should be the part of Punjab, and Punjabi speaking parts should be included in the state of Punjab in Indian Army, and more autonomy means authority should be given to the state of Punjab. Akali Dal came to power in Punjab in 1977. While taking charge, they asked for a larger share of rivers of Punjab, holy city status for Amritsar, along with the old demands. Now children, let me explain you that we have already seen the demands in the first slide. When Akali Dal came in power in 1977, the Shiromani Akali Dal, which was in great demand, demanded larger share of river water like Bias, Jhelum, Satluj for Punjab, which later meets Pakistan. The next was holy city status for Amritsar. Where do we see Golden Temple? Along with their older demands like Chandigarh to be a part of Punjab, more autonomy and recruitment of Punjabis in Indian Army, etc. We have already done this as an old demands. In 1980, other movement that took place, that is the Kalistan region, demanded independent country. During that period, the leader of Akali Dal was Sant Harcharan Singh Longowal. He used to direct his activists. Now, who are activists? The people who supported the movement. He used these people from Golden Temple to stage a protest. Children, you can see Sant Harcharan Singh Longowal on the right side in the picture. Now, children, on the other side of Golden Temple, armed followers started gathering around staunch Kalistan supporters. That is, who was that leader of that? Sant Jarnal Singh Bhindranwale. You can see him on the left side. Sant Jarnal Singh Bhindranwale. During that period, the terrorist activity had begun. There was children unrest and no peace in Punjab. Now children, let us see what Khalistan means. Khalistan, it was a movement in which Sikh separatist movement started, and according to that, they started seeking to create homeland for the Sikh people by establishing a sovereign state which was called to be as Khalistan. Now, Bhindranwale was arrested in 1981, accused of the murder of a newspaper editor Lala Jagat Narayan. Now, after this, the situation in Punjab worsened. Due to this development, President rule was imposed in Punjab in 1983. Bhindranwale went to stay at a religious place called Akal Takht. Now, what does President rule means? President rule means suspension of all the state government and imposition of direct rules by central government. So, in 1983, President rule was imposed in Punjab. Now, during that period, Bhindranwade was released from the charges of the murder of Lala Jagat Narayan. After he was released, he went to stay at a religious place called Akal Takht. Now, Akal Takht, children, is one of the five seats of the Sikh religion. Now, Bhindranwale's followers captured Golden Temple and built a barricade around it of a sandbags, that is piling of sandbags. The area looked like a fort. Now, this disturbed the peace of Punjab and it became a major challenge to India's democracy. Now, the next topic is Operation Blue Star. The main task of getting the terrorists out of the Golden Temple was entrusted to Major General Kuldeep Singh Bragg. Now, children, what was Operation Blue Star? It was a military operation, and the aim of this Operation Blue Star was to bring out all the terrorists who were hiding in Golden Temple, and the task was assigned to Major Kuldeep Singh Brar. It started on the 3rd June 1984 and ended on 6th June 1984. In this military operation, the Indian Army functioned with great restraint. The operation ended with the death of Bhindranwale and other terrorists. In this operation, children, Indian Army fought with great might to handle all the situations of terrorist activities. In 1986, another operation had to be conducted against a terrorist in Golden Temple once more, and it was called Operation Black Thunder. The reason for this operation was 206 militants were occupied in Golden Temple premises, and to take them out of the temple, the operation was conducted. That was called Black Thunder Operation. This operation had a full support from many moderate Sikh leaders. After this action was taken, the process of establishment of peace in Punjab picked momentum. That is, there was a peace established in Punjab after Black Thunder Operation. The next children we will learn about the issues concerning Northeast India. It is consists of the 8 states of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. International borders of India touch 8 states at varying extent, means at different points or different extent. These states are different with respect of ethnicity, language, and cultural diversity. What does it mean, children? Ethnicity means the group that follows their own culture. That means these 8 states had their own culture and tradition and language individually. So, our first Prime Minister, who Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru of an independent India, took the lead in bringing the tribes living in this area into the mainstream of the country. So in 1994, to protect the culture of the tribal people, Pandit Nehru formed Northeast Frontier Agency, that is NEFA area, comprising of territories of Sino-Indian borders and the tribal areas towards north of Assam. Nehru took position of bringing about development of 100 of these tribes in this part while preserving their culture. Our Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru made special provision with respect to these areas in 6th schedule of Indian Constitution. Now children, let me tell you what is 6th schedule. In our Indian Constitution, there are 25 parts, and in that there are 448 articles and 12 schedules, out of which we are talking about the 6th schedule. So for the tribal people, there was certain provision provided in our constitution. As we all know that tribal people have reservations in every field like job, education, etc. This is in our 6th schedule. In 1965, the responsibility of administering this area means these 8 states was given to the Ministry of External Affairs. The North-Eastern Council Act of 1971 was supposed to advise central government regarding aspects of common interest in economic and social spheres, interstate transport, electricity, flood control, etc. So children, in 1971, Northeastern Council Act was passed. According to the Act, central government focused towards economic development and social spheres, that is, towards society, interstate transport, electricity, and flood control. Children, in the east, the major river is which? Brahmaputra. So that would get flooded, due to which there was loss of life and property. So, children, our central government focused towards economic development and social spheres of northeastern state according to the act that was passed in 1971. Now let us see the next issue of Mizoram. The tribes in northeast India have an ancient history. When India became independent, government gave administrative autonomy to the district of Mizo majority areas of Lusai Hills. Children, when India became independent, then our government gave Mizo majority more autonomy. Here, Mizo majority means a place with more population, and autonomy means administrative power. When the States Reorganization Commission was appointed in 1954, the expectation of people in this area, that is Mizoram, grew. Mizo leaders started demanding an autonomous Mizo province. That is, they wanted Mizoram as a separate country. They did not want it to work according to Indian government. Now, why was the State Reorganization Commission established? The State Reorganization Commission was established because when India became independent, our country was divided into 3 parts. That is India, the first, second was Pakistan, and the third was princely state. Now these princely states did not wanted to merge with Indian government. They remained independent. The moment the State Reorganization Commission was established, Mizo majority demands increased. In 1959, the territory of Mizoram experienced severe drought. During this famine, Mizo leader Lal Denga served common people a lot. Children, that is during the situation of drought, that was a very crucial period. In 1959, where there was a scarcity of food and water, Mizo leader, whose name was Lal Denga, served common people a lot. In 1961, Lal Denga established an organization called Mizo National Front, that is MNF. He asked our Indian government for Greater Mizoram, an independent country. That is, he asked for the areas of Lusai Hills like Tripura, Manipur, Mizo majority to be included in Mizoram. In March 1966, Mizo National Front announced the emergence of independent Mizoram. They refused to work according to the Indian government. Now, children, during that time, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who was the Prime Minister, handled the situation firmly and suppressed a rebellion. Means उन्होंने rebellion को दबा दिया. Now, when the situation calmed down in 1972, the Mizo majority area was given the status of Union Territory in 1985. Means when everything settled, the rebels settled, then Mizo majority area was given the status of Union Territory. Now, in 1985, the Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi had an agreement with Mizo National Front, and Mizoram was given a status of full-fledged state. Lal Denga became a chief minister of the state. In 1985, Rajiv Gandhi was a prime minister. He signed an agreement with Mizo National Front, and Mizoram was given a status of full-fledged state. Lal Denga became the chief minister of the state. Children, that's all for today. See you in the next session, and we continue from here.